Hello everyone, my name is Isabel Gino. I'm a Brazilian immigration lawyer here in Portugal. I'm here today at the great Café Glad in Porto with Portuguese to answer your questions regarding immigration.
So Isabel, thank you that you are here and with us, with Portuguese. So we met online, Isabel, because I've seen a lot of your the things that you were posting. Many informations were very useful for immigrants, and also when I was talking to some clients or people that were interested, they always asked about, hey, can you recommend a good immigration lawyer? And of course there are many, but for us as a company, we like to talk with people who we trust, who we meet, who we know we can really work on the ground, and not like AI chatbots or AI agents or something like that. So she's real. I can see her.
I am. I exist.
And yeah, so let's just one question that is really important for our viewers also is how do you see the trends of immigration in Portugal, and what do you think about it, which direction it goes? Okay. Whatever comes into mind for you.
Okay, thank you. First, I would like to thank you for the opportunity to come here and talk to you. And I also think that the subject is relevant for a lot of people. That's why I always like to create videos, and with another person talking, it's also very good. And your company also has something that is very interesting. For people that open business here and they do not know how the payroll part works, for instance, and they need information. So I think we can provide very valid information. So regarding where the immigration is going, I will talk mostly about the Portuguese immigration law, but this is a tendency that I see in other countries as well. In the US, Europe, they're going more into the direction of protectionist, and also with the avoidance of immigration. I have to be completely honest. But that doesn't mean that they will stop the immigration completely in Portugal. It's just that they will actually make things more simple and organized, I believe. That's my thinking, right? Yeah. But the direction that is going is more of control and closed doors, because we had here in Portugal in the past policy of open doors. Anybody could come here as a tourist and stay, but this is not what's happening anymore.
You see that in some elections, right? That this policy led to some confusion, or however you want to phrase it,
yeah.
With the Portuguese, and now they're thinking of more regulation when it comes to that.
Yes, it's a rise of the far right as well. And I also I do not think that this is the path. This is not the solution. We have in Portugal so many problems that they will not be solved by regulating the immigration. They will not. But this is it's also something that Portugal needed to do to organize better the immigration, but it's not going to fix the problems that they are thinking that are going to be fixed.
Yeah, totally get that. But do you also see like some countries, the people for specific countries needing your help more and more?
Yes, I do receive a lot of contact from the US, the UK, Nigeria as well. I have a lot of clients from there, Bangladesh, India, Pakistan, and but there's a lot of interested people, not only on those countries. A lot of eyes are in Portugal right now, because Portugal is, if you compare to the other European countries, is a cheaper place to live, and it's very safe and is welcoming. Yeah. It still is welcoming, so it's a very great country to live. So that's why I believe that a lot of people are looking for right now.
Yeah, definitely. So I can also, we feel that too, but we also feel, and we received last time many questions of some fear, like what happens when I invest, when I come to Portugal, I invest, the political stuff will change, and I'm thinking about my kids, will they get the residency, or will they not get it because of the politicals? So how do you see that? Do you hear sometimes the fear of people regarding especially their kids, for example?
I do, especially because they had a proposal in the law to change the requirements for the family reunification. And this proposal was to actually just allowed the kids, their minors, to be to apply for the family reunification. But this proposal was sent by the president to the court for the constitutional court, and they voted that is unconstitutional.
Yeah.
So it's not following the constitution at all. I believe that, I understand actually that people are afraid, but there are things that are preserved by the constitution. So if they want to change that, they have to go to the root, and this is not something very easy to do. I understand the fear, but this is one of the basic rights, and people should not be worried about, at least this point, that I don't believe that they will be able to change.
Do you have any specific partners you work with? I mean, some kind of help you receive to help people to get everything done here?
Not at the moment. I am looking for partners, but now I'm talking to Portuguese as we are here together. But I started my own business, my own practice. It was recently, it was last November. And in the meantime, I went to Brazil and I stayed there until March. So I actually started working in March. So it's pretty new. Before that, I was working for other companies. So I'm still building my my network of people that I wish to work with.
And Isabel, what are like the most common hurdles in the immigration process? And what's also important, what goes smoother than people think?
Oh my God, this is a great question and a very complicated to answer. But one thing is that I believe that this is the biggest issue is the information. Because there are a lot of information online, but not everything, you cannot trust everything that you read. And most importantly, the information that is good, that is valid, it's mostly in Portuguese. So I believe is the difference of information that can be found online, that can be found especially on social networks, Facebook groups, and Reddit. And I believe that this is the biggest issue that people face. And what goes easier than expected, I don't think that we have anything. Well, because the process, I always like to manage expectations, right? So when I talk to clients, I explain to them the issues that they will probably face. So whenever something is faster and easier, then they, oh my God, this was so easy and I thought it was going to be harder. It's just because we can never tell. It's hard to predict. Sometimes, for instance, the card is issued for the residence permit very quickly, and this is something that for clients, it was fast. I had an American client that by the time that the first call that I had with him and the time that he received his residence permit, it was only 6 months. This was a D7 passive income type of visa, but still, I never had a case that was this fast before. And for him, everything was really fast, right? So it depends. It depends on the case, and I don't think it's just a matter of luck as well.
Do you see any changes in the, I mean, there are many technicalities when it comes to uploading things or starting processes. Do you see any changes there via digitalization or automatization that makes your life also easier?
Yes, I've noticed, because I have been working here for a while and since the beginning of CEF, and CEF was a mess. And now with IMA, at least they are digitalizing the documentation. There are a few things that you can schedule online. So I believe that they are following this path, but there's still a long way to go. But still, it's going somewhere, but it's still a long way.
Isabel, do you, I mean, I hear that you have a Brazilian accent. I can hear that. I have very good ears. So can you give me an answer on the question if you see a difference of being a lawyer with a Brazilian background here in Portugal and being a lawyer with a Portuguese cultural background of living in Portugal? Do you see any kind of difference?
I think the difference is more in the beginning when I started practicing here 5 years ago and I started doing my master's. It was the accent that I couldn't understand that well, and it was a matter of understanding how to deal with the people here that I did not know. So this is but this is something that anybody can get used to rather quickly. But yes, it is different. I'm not gonna say it's not different. Our culture, Brazilian culture, is more open, and we smile a lot and we make small talk a lot, even if you are working. But here people are more direct, which I don't think is a bad thing. at least in the work environment, this is a very good thing that they're more straight to the business, but it's something that people can get used to. And I did as well. The bureaucracy in Portugal works differently than the other countries that I had the opportunity to live or work with. The difference in Portugal is it depends on where you go and who you're talking to. They can give you different answers for the same question. And this is why I do believe that hiring a service, hiring someone to help you in any process that you need here in Portugal is very important, because it's not the same answer that you're going to receive anywhere, and it always depends. And this is something that is very hard for me as well, to work as a lawyer, because sometimes we do say something to the client and then things sometimes change, but that's why I also believe that it's also necessary to have support.
Yeah, and without doing like advertising for your services or for our services, it's advertising for, hey, please use some kind of service that's really grounded in here and is really here and knows which strings to pull or who to talk to, and that this could make a difference.
Yes, I also have an example of, I had a company that wanted to talk to me, I think it was 2 weeks ago, and they're a company that are not based in Portugal, and they wanted to hire me to help them with the visa part and everything, and they are an immigration company that is not based in Portugal, that is selling visas for Portugal, but they don't have anybody here yet. So they didn't hire any lawyers yet, and they were talking to me to hire me, but they were selling the service already, which they don't know how to deliver. And I thought that was really complicated, but the people are there, they don't quite understand. That's why it's always important to also search for someone here that is already in Portugal, and not just hire someone that maybe sometimes has never been here and don't know how to deal with the system here.
Yes. Look, Isabel, these are all immigrants from Ecuador, Dominican Republic, Madagascar, Nicaragua.